In this video, we're going to learn how to solve surd equations. So first of all, we'll start by isolating the surd. What that means is simply to get the square root all on its own. So, to do that, I'll have to subtract by 3 on both sides. That will cancel this positive 3, and then we have a negative 3 on the right hand side. Or you could just say, take it over, the 3 becomes negative, like we usually do. Next, we then square both sides. The reason why we square is so that we can cancel the surd. So on the left hand side, we just have x minus 1. And on the right hand side, we need to multiply this out. So the shortcut method is just to square the first term, square the last term, then double the product of the terms inside the bracket. So it's 3 times the x and you double that. Negative 6x. Okay, now we take everything over to the one side and we're going to equate this to 0, forming a quadratic equation. So minus 6x minus the x becomes negative 7x. Positive 9 plus the 1, if we take it over, is 10. Okay, let's continue over here. Now all I need to do is factorize. So I'm going to factorize this expression. The factors of 10 to give us negative 7 is 5 and 2, negative 5, negative 2, and therefore we can solve this by therefore saying x is equal to 5 or x is equal to 2. Now, one of these answers is not going to work in that equation. So let's check. If we substitute 5, this becomes 5 minus 1, which is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5, which is x. So that works. This one works. Let's test this one. 2 minus 1 is 1. The square root of 1 is also 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, but that is not x. X is 2. So 4 cannot be equal to 2. Therefore, this one does not work for this surd equation. And that's it. Let's then have a look at a second example. So, rule number 1, isolate the surd. We'll do that by taking the 1 across, which means that we have to minus 1. So minus 1 on both sides. It cancels with the 1 there, and it also cancels with this one on this side. So you're basically just left with the 2 root x plus 3 equal to the x. Okay. Now that you've isolated the surd, you can square both sides. On the right hand side, you'll just have x squared. On the left hand side, the surd falls away and you have to square the 2 that's outside the surd, which gives us 4. So not only do we square the surd, which removes the surd, but we also square the number outside the surd, which is a 2, and that becomes 4. Now we multiply the 4 inside. That's 4x plus 12, and it's equal to x squared. Again, we're going to take this across to form our trinomial. X squared minus 4x minus 12. And we're going to factorize to find our solutions for x. So, the factors of 12 to give us negative 4 is 6 and 2. Negative 6 and positive 2. Okay, if this is equal to 0, that should mean that x is either equal to 6 or x is equal to negative 2. One of these answers can't be true. Let's substitute these answers in to see if they work. So, this is 2 multiplied by the surd, and inside the surd is a 6 plus 3. Now 6 plus 3 is 9. The square root of 9 is then 3. 2 times 3 is 6. If I'm adding 1 to that, it gives me 7. So the left hand side is 7. If x is 6, then 6 plus 1 is also 7, and 7 equals 7, so it works. Let's try negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Square root of 1 is just 1. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Now, if we substitute x with negative 2 on the right hand side, that is negative 2 plus 1, which gives us negative 1. 3 cannot be equal to negative 1, so this one does not work. All you do is draw a line through the equal to sign, and off you go. That's how you solve third equations.